but also ensuring that their efforts are also aligned towards the business objectives and the vision of the product, and they deliver the value that our product wanted to deliver. So this requires, I would say, a strategic mindset that goes beyond the scope of a BA as described in the textbooks. What I found so great about PIBA is that the course was tailored to provide practical insights from the day one. So it wasn't theoretical at all. The content was so much designed to be immediately applicable in the real world scenarios.
Hello everyone, this is Shweta and I'm excited to welcome you all to another inspiring episode of Alumni Chronicles from PIBA. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Neetu Gujlani, who is currently having a senior product manager role at Publicis Resources. So without a further ado, I warmly welcome you Neetu, and I can't wait to hear all about your incredible journey from BA to product manager and your valuable insights that you would like to share. Thank you so much for joining us today. I welcome you again. So let's get started with your introduction.
Sure, Shweta. Thank you for having me and giving such a wonderful introduction. So, my name is Neetu Guglani, and I can provide a brief introduction about myself and my journey so far in IT industry. So, my journey in the IT industry began in 2007 after I completed my engineering in computer science. I started as a report developer at Oracle Financial Services, working with tools like Business Objects and Crystal Reports. And in 2010, I transitioned to HCL, where my journey in project and portfolio management space, often called as PPM, began. So, leveraging my reporting experience, I became a PPM technical consultant,
Okay.
which actually opened doors to various industry leading tools, which are very popular in Gartner's now graph as well. For example, Broadcom's Clarity PPM tool and Rally, as well as some of the tools from Siemens like Polarian,
Okay.
Asana, and now I'm working with Adobe's Workfront tool.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, so I mean, over time, I realized that my role was evolving beyond just the technical consulting. So
Okay.
I found myself naturally stepping into more of the functional role that actually bridges the gap between the technical team and business stakeholders. So
Right.
yeah, that was a brief introduction about myself.
Great. Good to hear that you are more inclined towards the functional role later. So, which is why you now switched into a BA and then maybe into a product manager role that you are currently. So, I would like to know more about your BA to product manager journey. If you can shed some light on that, and then we'll continue with further questions.
See, while I wasn't formally titled as business analyst between 2015 to 2018, but I was actively performing BA responsibilities, eliciting the requirements, understanding the business needs, and recommending the solutions around the PPM system. So this transition led me to the roles like solution manager,
Okay.
senior PPM consultant, because when we say PPM consultant, so they are more also like consulting into the consulting side, like more of the pre-sales plus business analysis kind of a role. But now I'm working as a senior product manager at Publicis Resources, where I'm focusing on aligning the business strategies and ensuring that we as a team deliver the impactful features around that product and giving the great solutions to our clients. So throughout my career, I had a privilege working with the diverse organizations. I would say I'm fortunate. Uh,
Yeah.
so I have worked with service-based companies like Tata's and HCL to the product-based companies like Oracle, Trellbach, Vatsila, and now Publicis Resources. So that is how my transition happened from solution manager to senior product manager. Plus, I would say that my uniqueness in my role was also like I was also passionate about agile uh,
Okay.
and Scrum, which is the hour of need now, at least in today's world. So my
Yeah. Right.
passion in agile got sparked in around 2020 I would say, which has been transformative for me. And I'm professional certified Scrum Master and product owner. And I truly believe that agile principles can be applied beyond the workplace, even in something as creative as cooking. So it's how designing, creating, and constantly improving, which resonates deeply with me. So I'm really excited to share how my experiences and insights I gained at PIBA also have been cornerstone for my professional growth as well.
Interesting. I love your point that you mentioned, right? Agile, we can use it in our life, in our day-to-day activities also, which is very true.
Yeah.
Taking this forward, I would like to understand from you, since you transitioned from BA to product owner role, now see you are working as a senior product manager. I want to ask you, is there any similarities between both? And do you feel like that business analysis is could be a base for product manager, or someone who is aspiring to be in that role, right, in the future? So that will help for them to understand.
Well, that's a great question. I won't say it is all the time applicable that a BA would reach to a product manager, but that's a natural ladder that you actually follow. So, but there is a lot of, I mean, just studying the business analysis through the theoretical aspects won't be of much help,
Uh-huh.
as if you are not working as a BA, that would, I mean, theoretical and practical obviously
Yeah.
is makes a lot of difference. So this role is very dynamic. So having, while you have a theoretical understanding, it gives you a strong foundation, but practical application often looks very different.
Right.
Let me share my perspective. Basically, in theory, BA role is often portrayed as a very structured process, like eliciting the requirements, documenting them either in the form of BRDs or user stories. Now, if you're working with Agile, and ensuring that you are, in alignment with the stakeholders and the technical teams. But while this is accurate, but in practice, this role demands much more flexibility. For example, in my current role as a senior product manager at Publicis Resources, I serve now as a product lead managing the team of talented BAs. So I'm not only responsible of overseeing the work of my team, but also ensuring that their efforts are also aligned towards the business objectives and the vision of the product, and they deliver the value that our product wanted to deliver. So this requires, I would say, a strategic mindset that goes beyond the scope of a BA as described in the textbooks.
Right. It could be a base for PM role, the experience, not the theoretical knowledge.
Yeah.
But if you are coming with the background, right, as a business analyst, you're working for few years, then you can probably transition into PM role. It is easier, you believe, right?
Correct, correct.
Oh, yeah. So moving ahead, I would like to know that when was the time that you came across PIBA and how that journey started?
Okay, so I joined PIBA in around 2021 October. So
Yeah.
I came across it quite serendipitously, honestly, through a LinkedIn post by the Banshu, who is now a well-known BA instructor come BA coach. So what really impressed me was his personalized approach, because before enrolling anyone in the course, he made it a point to have an initial conversation to understand the background and experience, and this really helped also him to tailor his recommendations as well to ensure that course would genuinely benefit the participant.
Correct.
And that interaction made me really feel confident that this was the right program for me, and there is a certainly X factor in the Interact X PIB course, and I always say him that yes, there is certainly a X factor in his course. So yeah.
Interesting, interesting to know that. So, I would also like to know what was your experience during this course, after this course. So, can you also share something about that, some details around it?
Yeah, sure. So the batch I joined had around 15 to 20 participants, if I vaguely remember. But I was the most senior in terms of IT industry experience that time. So I was quite amazed to see, like, even at the very young age, people are quite uh, good in articulating their thoughts, But then, I mean, the diversity in the experience level created a great learning environment for all of us where we could exchange the perspective and insight. And
Correct.
what I found so great about PIBA is that the course was tailored to provide practical insights from the day one. So it wasn't theoretical at all. The content was so much designed to be immediately applicable in the real world scenarios. The engaging interactions, I would say, kept us so glued up to the sessions, and the Panchu's examples were both interesting and relatable, who helped me resonate with the concept. I still remember that he gave one example of a dhania wala. It's not free when we go to the vegetable vendor. But yeah, I mean, the very practicable, very relatable examples that he actually gives and understand how to apply them also effectively in my work. So, one of the most impactful aspects was I was able to unlearn certain practices and adopt effective approach to the business analysis. That was the best thing that I would say in this program.
Amazing. I mean, you highlighted a very valid point. Unlearning is also so important in today's day and age, I believe, because we keep few things in our mind and we go ahead with same set of strategy or approach. But we have to keep adapting ourselves with regards to the tools and technologies that are currently in the market and unlearn few things. So that is
Right.
important. Thanks for highlighting that. So it will definitely help a lot of viewers who are watching this conversation. So taking our conversation ahead, I would like to understand, since you mentioned that the practical side of it of PIBA impressed you a lot. So I would like to know what was your experience and how was your experience around the assignments and the tools that you got a chance to learn and play around with in the PIBA sessions.
Yeah. So I remember as we progressed through the course, we were given some assignments and the role play discussions that really encouraged us to implement the concept we were learning using the range of powerful tools which were introduced by the Banshu, which greatly enhanced our learning and practical application as well. For example, we introduced to Balsamic tool, which is a prototyping and wireframing tool.
Correct.
I mean, which allowed us to visualize and present ideas in a very clear and interactive way. I also learned Star UML. I was already using another tool which is called Mind Map. I had used before also. So it's an excellent tool for requirement elicitation, helping to organize and present ideas in a way that's easy to communicate with stakeholders. And as I say, I mean, I don't apply these tools and techniques only at the workplace. I sometimes, when I have to plan something, I use Mind Map. So
Yeah.
that's a beauty that I have learned about this tool. So, and the hands-on experience helped my understanding and allowed me to express the ideas in a more structured and effective way. And I would say, apart from the tools which I learned during PIB, because tools are tools, right? They helps you.
Yeah.
So there are so many tools in the market that are coming up now. That recently I have picked up one tool which is called Mural,
Okay.
which is especially useful when you're working on the agile projects. It's
Okay.
a digital collaboration tool that allows you and your team to brainstorm, to
Oh,
organize, and to visualize the ideas in the real time. So it helps in making the collaboration very swift and easy. And
right.
that makes very easy when you're working sometimes remotely or in a distributed environment. No, so
Okay.
really, really, really good that way.
Yeah. Awesome. I mean, you also highlighted this point, right? Currently, you're using some other tool which was not part of maybe PIBA sessions, but whatever you went through during the sessions, the tools and the assignments, that is helping you to explore other tools also. Because I also believe that there is this gap in the market. Maybe a lot of BAs out there who are currently working as BAs, or maybe the aspiring BAs also, they are not aware of which tools a BA should be using.
Right.
Oh, yeah, maybe it gives you confidence and also to explore new tools, and then you can utilize this maybe at your workplace and, as you said, in your life as well for your day-to-day activities. So thanks for sharing and highlighting this point, Neetu. Going ahead, I would like to understand, since BA, as you also mentioned, right, it is a very diverse and dynamic role. Looking at it, there are a lot of perceptions around it, right? So what do you think now? You hold a certain level of experience and expertise in as a PE as well as a product manager. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, so my thought is that it's very crucial aspect of business analysis is stakeholder management. So
Okay.
while we lot of times we emphasize on the documentation and process, but the reality in every aspect is building strong relationships with the stakeholders is just as important. So in I think I prioritize lot many times fostering the collaborations through workshops, through presentations, through some ongoing dialogues. So you would learn all these aspects in the program as well, which is quite tailored by Devanshu, like how to use some techniques like brainstorming techniques. So which kind of interviewing method would be applicable for which all stakeholders. So in my view, the key to thriving as a BA is adaptability and a mindset of continuous learning. So my advice to the aspiring BAs is to focus not just on mastering some frameworks and methodologies and tools, but also developing some soft skills like
Right.
empathy, negotiation, storytelling, and nowadays design thinking. So, this makes a significant difference in translating your knowledge into a practical success. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, please continue.
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, my journey has been a blend of theoretical principles, applying theoretical principle, and improvising to meet all of these, and that makes it so very rewarding. And I really loved about that. And good part is that I'm talking about it at the end of year, so it's like a retro for me to talk about my previous years, and feeling good about it and feeling motivated about it.
Good to know about that, Neetu, and thank you for that. So, as you also like the way you are explaining and advising the aspiring BAs, right? You highlighted on the point of stakeholder management. So, since we were discussing about this question came up in my mind now. Since due to AI and everything, a lot of changes has come into picture in the market, in IT sector, in all the sectors, I would say. So, what are your thoughts like with AI? Are things going to change for BA role? And if so, how it is? And should we fear about it or should we adapt it? What are your thoughts on this?
I think, as I said before, adaptability is a key. If you're not changing as the world demands, then you would be out of the league. So I won't say that Chat GPT is not good, right? Chat GPT opens the door. I mean, it really can help you a lot, but again, the human touch, all those emotional intelligence, it won't. I mean, any AI won't teach you, right? It
Yeah.
is that you have to also inculcate in your behavior, in your conversations with the stakeholders, even if it is you're not even meeting them personally in person, but even a video conversations like this makes a huge lot of difference. And of course, in person meeting is to the next level. Then it actually builds a rapport and a collaborative environment, talking to the stakeholder same again the next time. So AI is helpful, but again, I don't see it as a barrier in the BA career. I always see it as a help for anybody who could, achieve the great heights with these tools, learning these tools.
Yeah. Awesome. You said it right. Like these tools can be a help to increase our productivity, maybe, and to streamline few things. So, thanks again for highlighting this point. Going ahead, we are towards the end of the session now. I would like to ask you one final question. So, what is your advice to aspiring BAs out there, as well as the PIBA alumni out there, related to your journey, based on your journey? So if somebody is looking to transition into maybe product manager in the future, they are currently working as a BA. So what advice you have?
I would say that just don't stick on the tools. See, as I said, I have been working with various tools, PPM tools, Clarity PPM, Polarian, Adobe Workfront, but tools are tools, right?
Yeah.
Whether you use modern tools or digital tools or traditional ones, the most important thing is the ability to communicate and present your analysis in a way that stakeholders can easily understand and act upon. So
Hmm.
tools are means to an end, which what truly matters is how effectively you help. Uh, you help or they help you achieve your objectives. So that's the most important thing I would say. So I think keep growing and have a great learning experience, and don't leave the human touch while you're learning and achieving heights.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah, you highlighted it very well that human touch, which is very important, and no AI cannot replace that. So, also you mentioned stakeholder management and engagement should be the focus that we should eventually learn and grow into that. So, thanks for highlighting those. Again, I have one last question to for you. So, what advice do you have for any aspiring BAs, or maybe who are working as a banker or any other sector, or maybe not IT but some other, and they want to transition into BA role? So, what is your suggestion? How should be their approach, and also what would like do you like to suggest they should go ahead with the PIBA course as well?
I strongly suggest that one should go for PIBA course, because it's so much. You will actually learn the practical insights during that all course. When I joined, I think it was a 4 weeks program. But sometimes I also feel that I again joined that program. Maybe I learned something new. So that's the thing that I really strongly recommend. And also, what I recommend aspiring BAs to invest their time um, in some courses, in some good courses. There are so many courses available in the market, Udemy courses, but yeah, something which gives you the practical insights. And PIBA is one program which helps you to achieve better clarity on the business analysis. Previously, I was also working as a business analyst, bits and pieces of it, but now everything comes together and it makes the work so simplified, because now I understand how it has to be driven in your conversation. Yeah. So, and also, I would say a person should also have a great interpersonal skills, active listening, ability to ask the right questions. That's the most important, because you have to listen to your stakeholders first, then only you will be able to ask the right question to them to uncover their needs. And that's the crucial part to become the great BA.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Neetu, for sharing that and also recommending aspiring BAs or BAs who want to transition, or maybe someone who is working in some other role and they want to transition into BA, the PIBA course. And you also highlighted it very well that interpersonal skills are also important. And since you were also working as a BA and then you again joined PIBA, so this could be because there is a lot of gap. And again, not only gap, but as I was saying, right, we have to adapt ourselves as
Correct.
per the. So upskilling is always important. So that's why even if somebody is currently working as a as a BA, then also upskilling is required, and that should be with the practical approach. So
Correct.
thanks for attending this course to everyone. So yeah, we are towards the end of the session. It was nice talking to you, Neetu. Thank you so much for making time out for on Saturday and having this conversation. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you, Shweta, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
My pleasure. I wish you all the best for your role, current role, and whatever you are aspiring to be in your future. So, all the best.
Thank you, and thank you, everyone. Wish you all a very happy New Year 2025. Thank you.
Thank you. Same to you, Neetu. Bye.